Coffee shop. You heard you got 12 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Over the evening, Dave continued to climb through Arizona and is now approaching his team in Flagstaff.
Right on.
Good morning.
Hey.
Using the parking lot as a staging area, the day crew prepares for a shift change.
Dave's doing awesome. I think he's heading in the right direction. The heat did a toll on him yesterday, but I think he's ready to rock and roll.
You know, on our way into Flagstaff, that night I felt really strong, but the temperatures had dropped the opposite way. You know, it was 36 or 37 degrees, which I'm a little more used to that cooler temperature rather than the hotter temperature, and felt great. And you know, the whole rest of that day felt great. You know, the second day was really a pretty good day.
That's because I had it on.
It was all hands on deck as both crews changed Dave's gear and prepped his bike. Over the years on RAAM, Dave and his crew discovered a convenient way to relieve himself without having to search for a restroom. Dave's crew created a discreet sheet for Dave to be able to relieve himself anywhere.
That's our big improvement. We went from a blue tarp for 6 years to a discreet sheet.
Would you like a gel on there?
Let's just go. Let's not worry about it.
Just for like 60 minutes.
Well, Dave.
Revived from a cool, crisp night, and with a fresh crew, Dave takes off into a new day as he rides through southern Utah and into Colorado. The mountain peaks and vegetation of the high desert change to red rocks and tumbleweed as he rides through the Four Corners area. This section is composed of vast stretches of iconic scenes from the Wild West. Despite his best efforts, Dave hasn't had a bowel movement since the start of the race. This has been a source of frustration.
I really would love to take a shit.
I take it nothing happened in there?
Nothing. A fart and a pee.
Better than nothing.
Multiple times a day, you go through different states, right? So there's moments when you know, in racing or running or whatever, you kind of hit the wall, right? Your energy's a little low and then something changes and your energy picks up. Your mind state, sometimes you've got too much activity flowing through your mind. So when that happens for me, I just start to focus on the road and breathe and everything becomes silent.
Evening sank in on Dave as he left Montezuma Creek and crossed the Colorado border. Here, exhaustion started to take its toll as Dave began to hallucinate.
You know, when we came through Utah, heading towards Cortez, as I was getting pretty tired, it felt like there was just this, like a big sheet floating through the air, like a parachute that was just above me. So when I would look up, it was kind of hard to see all the way down the road because it would get in the way, and it wasn't anything at all. And then when I looked off to the side of the road, it just seemed like there was plastic. I think they were flowers on the side of the road, just wildflowers, but it seemed like there was just piles full of plastic and wildflowers all the way along the road for like 100 miles. And obviously I know that wasn't the case either.
Dave continued to struggle as he pushed through the dry wind. The support vehicle stayed close in case he had to go down. Visions of an unknown individual began to dominate Dave's attention.
You know, it was like, is this person looking out for me? Are they making sure I'm safe on the road? Do I know this person? Does a crew member know this person? And no one could come up with an idea, but man, every time I looked out of the side of my eye, there was this person right here. I was trying to think if it was, you know, like a relative looking out over me, or some kind of magic ghost, or a spirit, or an angel, who knows.
This race, I've never seen him this emotional before. I don't know if it's just between his mom passing away and uncle that passed away, which is Jake's father, who's one of the crew. So that has some sentimental value to having his cousin on the trip. But no, it just seems to be very emotional.
Exhausted, hopes of Dave reaching Cortez before he had to go down were dwindling. Suddenly, Dave spots a pair of taillights up the road. Another racer, this one competing in the race across the West, was just ahead. This was all the motivation he needed.
If I see someone up ahead the road that I can catch and move up in place, I always call it chasing carrots, right? I'm a rabbit chasing carrots. And when I first started doing RAAM, Yuri Robick's crew used to call me Hassenpfeffer, the rabbit, you know, and so I like to chase people down. So I was able to catch him. And
Dave beat the exhaustion and regained the energy necessary to make it to Cortez.
You know, the second day was really a pretty good day, and then we got to Cortez, and I think we slept there.